Hello everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Been a few weeks since I've had a chance to make videos. I've been so busy with work and full of the cold, various things. Still not completely over the cold. Still have a chesty cough. It's not helping. But anyway, we are back. Videos may be a bit more inconsistent, just with work and bits and pieces. So anyway, we are on a new map. We're on Ladyhill, based in County Antrim, Northern Ireland, by FSLandscaping. So it's a decent sized map, lots of fields. There's quite a few farms, about 8 farms dotted around. This is the actual starter farm down here. We'll be driving past there. But this is the farm you start with, 169. Then there's another yard here, and there's a few more dotted about. But I've gone for this yard on the left and bought these fields around about. So we have barley field and some grass fields. So we also have some beef cows. So, excuse me. As you can see, we are at the animal dealers now. Hopefully this cough disappears soon. We are at the animal dealers down at the bottom. Now we do have an issue with the triggers here aren't working. Hopefully he'll fix that in an update soon. Go back into third person. As you can see, we have a new trailer. So this is the Ivor Williams trailer that was released by Mark Thor in FS22. He's given me permission to convert it, and it will be available soon to download. It will be PC only, and once I get the link sorted out and where I put it, I will let you all know. You do have some colour options, a couple of wheel options, and it does work. I am playing with the Realistic Animals mod, so by Arrow. Don't have the realistic weather, but realistic animals. So we have a couple of cows in here at the minute that we're going to take back to the yard. But what I have noticed with them being individual animals, the weight does go up. So we're 8.4 tonne there with those 2 cows in there. So you do have to decide on how many you're going to cart, move back and forth. So, anyway, we will get into our L200 here. And we'll head back up to our farm. As I said, the animal dealer's here in the bottom right. There is traffic on some of the main roads. Unfortunately, it's the base game American traffic, so it doesn't quite fit. There is no collisions on most of the hedges. A few fences, gates and things. But yeah, it's a nice map. It said based in Northern Ireland, so British style. For those that like that. Bit hilly. So here we have one of the yards that you can use coming up on the left. So it's a contractor's yard, green silo and a few sheds. just pull out here. So we are set to 2-day seasons with usual settings as realistic as possible, and some the disaster destruction switched off. So again, there's another farm up there on the right. That one has some cows as well, and a couple of silage bunkers. And then that's the starter farm that you start with down on the left. Now I have swapped out all the machinery that you start with. You have 3 John Deeres to start with, and some bales and all the basic machinery. I've stuck with the John Deeres, but just swapped them out because again they're the sort of American base game, didn't really suit a UK Northern Irish base map. As you can see, the roads are a bit up and down, so you have to watch your speed. He does have some of his own textures in here, so it's cut grass texture and whatnot are his own on the map. So as you can see with the tram lines in the fields, I do have precision farming on. I do know there's a few issues with the automatic application of lime not working, and the tram lines reducing the yield significantly, and especially to the point it's almost impossible to get a yield and complete a contract. But precision farming is always something that I liked using, so hopefully there'll be a patch. So this is one house here. I did add some trees around about it, make it blend in a bit more. So we're coming up to the yard again here. We have some changes to the base yard. A lot of trees in about that, just to break it in. So these sheds in the silage bunker on the left, we'll show you from the other side, they're not actually there when you start up. I've placed those down. You do have the house with a bit of a courtyard in it. As I said, these trees weren't there. So you do start with this shed over here on my right, and this is the cow shed that comes with, and all these sheds and bits on the left. These can't be removed. There's a bug with the, I'll switch this off just now. There's a bug with the feed plane, and obviously the calf's coming out through, but all does work as it should. So this shed comes with the map, and this shed. Now over here there was a storage shed and a silage bunker, which I have removed, and I have placed down a beef cattle shed. Now this is from MA7 from their website. Now you do need to purchase this to get the complete model, but a very nice shed, fits in very well. So we have a few cows in there, got another 2 in the trailer to go in. And we have a silage bunker down here now. Now this is just a grassy area in originally, but we've put our silage bunker here. We've got a grain shed for tipped ground there, and a bit of storage for some of our machinery here. So we started off with the Cavernian plough, cone tedder, class rake. Most things ready for upgrading. We do currently have a forage wagon. Ideally we would like to have a forage harvester and use a bit of follow me and do it that way. We have our feed mixer, Abbey tanker, bedder, the precision fireman sprayer, telehandler, trailer, all our usual kit, bits and pieces, the trailer for the pickup, some rollers. We have a John Deere 6M and we have a John Deere 6R. I'm getting a bit of texture issues here today for some reason. So anyway, we will go and put our 2 cows, the bales that are here, so we've got silage bales and there's some hay and straw back there beside the trailer. You do start with them at the start of farm. I just moved them up here. At the minute with the issues with tension belt since the last update, so we want to move this to cows in there. So with using the realistic animals, I can go in there eventually and change names and things of those, but we'll go into that when we're doing it. There's lots of videos there if you're interested of people from Scroft and FSG and whatnot about the realistic animals. I'll park that up there just now. So as I said, we've got, I think it's 4 or 5 fields. We have a field of barley here that is going to be, as you can see with precision farming, it's poor. Should be ready next month. And then all the rest of our fields are grass. We have some muck here around the back, a bit of muck heap. Teagle muck spreader. Now I have put down a slurry storage for this shed because it doesn't come with it, but I'm not sure whether we're going to get anything out of it because it's a beef shed and it's not a slatted shed for that. So yeah, we're still in the barley field. All the rest are grass. Bit of fence missing there. So yeah, there's 1 or 2 little bugs here and there, bits and pieces, but yeah, nothing game breaking that you can't play the game. So I think what we will get started with is we'll start getting some silage in our bunker. We do have some bales there, and we've obviously got some hay and straw as well. We've got 15 silage bales and about 20 odd of each the other straw. We'll get the 6M out of the way for now. Now the volume on that does sound a bit loud, so quickly jump into the settings and just turn vehicle volume down. So we do have both these class mowers are from ModHub. We'll go down and we'll start cutting some grass. Precision farming's not bad for the grass field. It's very poor in the barley. So as you can see, the grass texture is slightly different to base game. Not quite as bright green on the cut grass, and a bit more yellow for the cut stubble. That'll be a tree rather than a bush. But yeah, it's a nice map. We are lacking UK style maps. Does maybe miss a little bit of detail that you maybe get from an Oxy map and whatnot, but yeah, it's nice. Something a bit different. I think my Nvidia's done an update and it's messing up my textures a bit. So we will need to go and have a look at that. But yeah, I think we will jump into a time lapse while batter on and try and get some of this grass cut. I'll be back with you all shortly.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. You're playing it cool, bending all the rules. Talking way too loud, and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Come on. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, I've got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, watch me use my witchcraft. I'm gonna use my witchcraft. When we go to bed at night, we won't turn out the light until we made it right and repair the fight. We talk about what's tough, not afraid to bring it up. We laugh when times are rough. All love is enough to carry us through. You bring me roses on a Tuesday, kiss me at the red light. We both like to walk down in Shelby Park. You hold my head at bedtime, you know my favorite wine. This is why we work, why it's you and I.
In the middle of the day, you turn to me and say, come on, let's get away. Skip this town for a day. Get behind the wheel and drive. We don't care about the time with you by my side. I don't need to hide, I feel alive. You bring me coffee in the morning, posted with a love note. We both like to take it on a Sunday night. You know just when to kiss me, you know I don't like whiskey. This is why we work, why it's you and I. Down the line, people will forget the reason why they walk down the aisle. They lose their love to everyday life. That's not you and I.
You bring me roses on a Tuesday, kiss me at the red light. We both like to walk down in Shelby Park. You hold my hand at bedtime, you know my favorite wine. This is why we work, why it's you and I.
You bring me coffee in the morning, posted with a love note. We both like to dig it on a Sunday night. You know just when to kiss me, you know I don't like whiskey. This is why we work, why it's you and I.
Dancing in the moonlight,
Girl, you bring the sun out.
this is why we work, why it's you and I.
So this first field done. A big field, took a bit of time. Definitely need to go and have a look at. I have reshade installed, and I think that's playing a bit of havoc with my graphics, because I've only had an issue since I installed that, so I might pull that back out and go back to NVIDIA filters. So yeah, we are going to have a lot of grass from these fields. Now, is there a gate into this one, or... It's over here somewhere, I think. There it is, halfway down the drive. So I do need to adjust the volume of the vehicles again. They do still seem to be really loud. So as we can see in the minimap, the yield was not very good in that field at all. But that's definitely something we can work on. Right, I want to see if we can get a... For some reason, modded offset mowers like this, the AI worker doesn't seem to like it, but yet the base game ones is no problem at all. So we'll just send this guy away at the minute. Turn that up. We will jump into the 6M and go and get a rake. Make a start on raking up this field. I still need to do a little bit of landscaping there as we come down in. So this class rake is also available on Montab. Uh, 7.2 and 8 meter versions. We do have the 8 meter version. Get some steering assist put on. So yeah, I think we'll do some, definitely get some of this grass into silage pit. And then make some hay bales and possibly look at turning one of these grass fields that we have, because they are quite big, into possibly a cereal crop field. So with me going over the sort of field boundary there, cutting into the headlands, we'll have a few bits to tidy up around the outside. Yeah, from what I've done on the map so far, I did have a play about offline just to see what like. There's a few little things that could probably do with being tweaked, and I said the fill plane on the cattle shed for the feed. There's no collision on it, so it's not an issue. Just doesn't look great. And the trigger at the animal farm, at the animal dealer, doesn't seem to work. It would be nice to be able to sell all the buildings, but you can only sell a few. But yeah, just nice UK style map. Which we're severely lacking at the moment. I know there is a few in the pipeline, but how far away a lot of those are, I don't know. Nice little pond in there. So I think on that note for now, we'll call that video there. As I said, there'll be some weeks where I'm going to try and at least get one out every week. There'll be some weeks, there might be 2 or 3 hopefully. It's all going to depend on work and bits and everything else. There may be some time-lapse ones, there may be ones where I'm chatting to you like this. But yeah, we'll see how we're going. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you all again soon, back on Farm Simulator 25. Thanks for watching.